Attention passionate Green Bay Packers fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Green Bay Packers' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Green Bay Packers fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Green Bay Packers fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. Today we're diving into a story that's stirring up a lot of conversations among Packers fans and NFL insiders alike. It's about a strategic move that could reshape the division, change the dynamics of the NFC North, and perhaps even alter the Packers' trajectory toward a Super Bowl appearance. No, I'm not talking about an on-field heroics this time. It's a significant trade that's sending ripples through the league, especially for the Green Bay Packers and their division rivals, the Tennessee Titans. So what's happening exactly? Well, insiders like Adam Schefter and others are buzzing about a trade that's sending Romeo Doubs from Green Bay to Tennessee in exchange for a fourth-round pick in the 2026 draft. And the Titans are also landing talented cornerback Roger McCreary. This isn't just a minor swap. It's a move loaded with strategic intent from both sides. For the Packers, it's about relief and roster flexibility, especially given their current cap situation, which stands at around $12 million in free space. For the Titans, it's about adding a trusted receiver to bolster their offense as they look to rebuild and contend, even if their record of 1-5 suggests they're in a bit of a tanking phase. Now let's talk about Romeo Doubs. He's a name that's been catching a lot of attention lately. Drafted in 2022 out of Nevada, Doubs has shown flashes of brilliance that have kept Packers fans hopeful for the future. His stats for 2025 are impressive, particularly considering he's only in his second NFL season. He's ranked among the top 100 PFF receivers for 2025 and has accumulated around 600 yards in 2024, with a projection of about 900 yards and 6 touchdowns for 2026. That's pretty significant, especially considering his route win rate of 62% and his ability to make contested catches at a rate of around 50%. Ranking him among the top receivers in contested catch scenarios. His yards after catch are elite, sitting at an average of 5.8 yards per reception, which places him in the top 10 league-wide, and his deep completion percentage is around 47%, also among the best. What makes Doubs so valuable is his versatility. He can stretch the field, win in contested situations, and create yards after the catch. Against the Colts in Week 3, he had a standout game with 6 receptions for 95 yards and a touchdown, and a plus 0.20 EPA per play, a sign he's capable of making big plays and contributing significantly to a winning offense. His career stats include roughly 500 receiving yards and 15 touchdowns, with a route win rate of 62%. And despite some injury setbacks, including a knee that kept him out for a game, he's shown resilience and a consistent upward trajectory. The Packers, as a team, are in a bit of a strategic balancing act. They are confident in their chances for the playoffs this season, with odds around plus 3,000 in the NFC North, and they're prioritizing the strengthening of their secondary. They've made moves to free up cap space, which they're using to extend rookies like Tucker Kraft, a promising tight end. But there's an element of risk involved. By trading away Doubs, they're potentially reducing their depth at wide receiver by about 10% in EPA per pass, similar to what we saw with the Vikings after Thielen's departure. This division is volatile, with teams like Detroit and Minnesota constantly reshuffling the deck, so every move counts. Now, shifting gears to the Titans, they're in a different phase, but one that's equally interesting. With a record of 1-5, it's clear they're in a rebuild or at least a transitional period. Adding Doubs gives them a reliable X-factor on offense. The projections for Doubs in Tennessee are pretty exciting, around 900 yards and 6 touchdowns, which would significantly boost their passing game, especially considering their current yards per game of roughly 200, ranking near the bottom of the league. With quarterback Will Levis, who's been showing flashes of promise, Doubs' addition is expected to elevate the Titans' passing efficiency by about 15%, moving their average yards per pass from 200 to roughly 240 yards per game. That's a huge leap, and it could be the spark they need to turn things around. In terms of matchups, Doubs will be lining up against some of the league's better defenses, but his chemistry with Levis is expected to grow quickly. Their connection in Week 3, where Dubs gained an extra 16 yards per route compared to other receivers, demonstrates his potential to become a primary target. His yards after catch efficiency also increases by about 18%, meaning he's not just a deep threat, he's a versatile weapon that can create explosive plays. Plus, with the Titans adding other dynamic players like Ridley, who's already accumulated 300 yards early in the season, Dubs' presence should elevate their offense to a new level, possibly making them a more serious contender in the AFC. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The odds for the Super Bowl have shifted dramatically. Before this trade, betting odds for the Titans to win it all were around plus 12-0, practically a long shot. Now, with Dubs joining the team and the Titans' offense expected to improve, those odds have shortened to plus 5-0, and they're considered a real contender in the AFC with odds around plus 600. For the Packers, the focus is on their playoff push. They're still in the hunt with a solid record of 3-1-1, and their odds to win the NFC North are around plus 3,000. They're betting heavily on their defense and a balanced offensive attack, but they're also aware of the risks involved in losing a player like Dubs at this stage of the season. This move also has implications for the draft and roster management. The Packers are clearly looking ahead, extending rookies like Tucker Kraft, which signals their confidence in their future core. At the same time, they're making room for emerging talents and trying to keep their window open for a deep playoff run. Meanwhile, the Titans are betting on the present, adding Dubs as a piece that can help them stabilize their offense and perhaps push for a late-season surprise. Now, what about the upcoming matchups and the playoff picture? Well, with Dubs in Tennessee, the Titans could see a boost in their passing game, especially in the red zone where Dubs' contested catchability and vertical threat can create scoring opportunities. His ability to beat zone defenses and find soft spots in coverage will be critical, particularly against teams that rely heavily on zone coverages, like the Colts, or even in playoff scenarios against top-tier defenses. On the other side, for the Packers, losing Dubs might mean a slight dip in their passing EPA, but they're prepared to lean on other weapons and their emerging rookies to stay competitive. From a strategic standpoint, the Packers' front office is showing that they're not just holding on to their veterans but are also looking to the future, even if that means parting with promising players like Dubs. It's a sign of a team that's recalibrating, aiming to build a sustainable, competitive roster for the long haul. The trade also hints at their confidence in the secondary, which has been a focus area, especially with rumors swirling about potential moves involving players like Gary or Enagber. This is all part of a bigger picture, a calculated effort to stay ahead in a competitive NFC and to position themselves well for the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Titans are setting themselves up for a different kind of resurgence. With the addition of Dubs, their offense could become more explosive, and that could help them turn some of their close losses into wins. Their defense still needs work, but with a more potent passing attack, they might force opponents to adapt and open up opportunities for their running game, led early on by Spears, who's already amassed 300 rushing yards. So in the grand scheme of things, this trade is more than just a roster move, it's a statement. The Titans are trying to shake things up, aiming for a late-season push, while the Packers are trying to stay the course, confident in their core and planning for sustained success. For the fans, it's a roller coaster of emotions. You see the strategic depth behind these moves, the understanding of NFL dynamics, and the hope that these decisions will lead to more victories, more exciting games, and perhaps another shot at the Super Bowl. And of course, as we look ahead, the NFL landscape keeps shifting. The AFC contenders are rising, the NFC is competitive as ever, and the Packers are right in the thick of it, navigating their path with a mix of veteran savvy and youthful energy. The addition of Dubs to Tennessee is a reminder that the NFL is a league of adjustments, of bold decisions made in the heat of the season, and of teams fighting tooth and nail to reach that ultimate goal, hoisting the Lombardi Trophy. So stay tuned, folks. This is just the beginning of what could be a pivotal season for the Green Bay Packers and their division rivals. Whether this trade will pay off in the long run, or if the Packers will find ways to compensate for the loss of Dubs remains to be seen. But one thing is for sure, the NFC North is more unpredictable and exciting than ever, and the Packers are right in the middle of it, ready to fight, adapt, and aim for glory. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Green Bay Packers news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Green Bay Packers fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this trade? Do you think losing Dubs will hurt the team's offensive potential, or do you see the bigger picture? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Packers. This is a team that's always evolving, always fighting, and always aiming for the next big thing. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and more news about your Green Bay Packers. So stay tuned, keep supporting your team, and let's keep this passion alive. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.